going to be testing out this 24 set of Crayola pencils in today's video and seeing exactly what I can create with these cheap pencils. So I've got this 24 set of Crayola colouring pencils and I feel like there are a pretty good range of colours within this set. They cover quite a few of the blues and greens, and there are a few nice reds and oranges within the set as well. And for this set you can pick it up for less than £5. It's a real bargain set of colouring pencils and absolutely perfect for beginners. So let's talk accessibility. These colouring pencils are really good entry-level colouring pencil and they would suit the absolute beginner. Anybody that is wanting to use colouring pencils, from children to adults that are using them for a colouring book. They will cover you really well for those purposes. And of course, Crayola are well-known colouring pencils. Crayola are pretty much a household name, and I think that absolutely everybody would know or have at least one of their products already. For today's video, I've decided that I wanted to draw a plate of sushi. I was really fancying sushi. I was on a walk and the idea sprung to mind that I wanted to draw sushi. So I came home and I got working on it straight away. I was really excited to create this drawing and just get into it using these Crayola pencils. And as I got started, I soon started to realize that actually these coloring pencils do not feel like a wax blend colouring pencil. They have the consistency and the feel of an oil pencil. I had to work a little bit harder in order to get a nice blend with these colouring pencils. So I was having to adjust how I would use them, and I was thinking about using the layering technique instead. If I'm perfectly honest, with some of the colours, I found that this layering technique worked really well. So those darker colours on the soy bottles, it worked really well for those. But then others, like the prawns, I found that the layering technique maybe was not so good with these colouring pencils because I was looking at such light colours. I didn't want to oversaturate my piece of artwork. I wanted to create a sort of transparency with some of the items that I was drawing, and I found that maybe the layering technique just wasn't quite right for this drawing. So I kept it quite loose and slightly more sketchy, which I quite like the finish of. I think if I was using a different set of colouring pencils, for instance the Prismacolor, I may have been able to achieve those blends a little bit easier because the pencil is that much creamier to use. The Crayola is a much harder pencil and they don't blend as well. They just kind of sit there, they don't budge, they don't move, unlike the Prismacolors that will move and shift and blend into one another. I didn't have that with these colouring pencils. Considering the price difference between the Crayolas and then some of the more expensive brands, you can see where you're going to be paying out on those more expensive pencils. You can end up cutting out time with your colouring pencil piece, and you do end up getting some nicer blends in my personal opinion. If you consider some of the lower budget colouring brands, then maybe these ones would be comparable to them. For instance, I have the Color colouring pencils and I picked that set up. It's a set of 72, so you get a lot of colours for your money, and it cost me around £15. I think perhaps you might be able to get a better blend with some of the other cheaper colouring pencils on the market. However, the Crayolas are a tried and tested and a well-trusted colouring pencil, so I can see why people might be a bit more hesitant to go for a brand such as Color, which aren't as well known. But if you are looking for a set of cheap colouring pencils, maybe check out my video on the Color pencils after this video. It will give you an idea on what those ones are like in comparison to Prismacolors if you're really dead set on buying a big set of colouring pencils that are quite easy to blend together. I think that the Crayolas are really created for fun in mind. They're not going to be light fast, they're not archival. With that in mind, these are really intended to be for fun, you know, for children, for beginners, for people using them for a colouring book, and for the odd sketch here and there. They are a more accessible brand because they're a lot cheaper, and I think they're kind of like a starter set. So keeping that in mind, I then decided to just have as much fun with these colouring pencils as I could. I didn't worry about it being too photorealistic. I wanted to get some sketchy marks in there. I wanted to get some scribbly marks in there for the rice in my sushi, and I wanted this to be quite a playful piece. And I'm really happy with the results of this drawing. I think that I've created what I set out to. If I was trying to get this piece to look photorealistic, I think that I would be quite frustrated in the fact that I would have to layer upon layer upon layer, and it might not look how I envisioned or really expected it to look. And I think it's really important to remember that actually not all drawings have to look photorealistic. I get this time and time again with my students who get frustrated if their drawing does not look like a photograph. I think it's important to experiment, have fun, and create artwork that you are happy with, rather than trying to make it look like a photograph, because otherwise you could just take a photograph of sushi, for instance, and then that be your piece of artwork rather than a drawing of it. I'm not saying there's not merit in photorealism, so I didn't add lots and lots of layers to my artwork and overblend it. So the real question, I think, is would I use these colouring pencils instead of some of the other brands that I own? And I think this one is a tricky question. I would not use these colouring pencils for a piece of artwork that I was wanting to sell, or that I was wanting to really render and get that photorealistic finish. However, I might sit down and doodle with these colouring pencils instead of some of my more expensive colouring pencils, so I'm not wasting my money by using my higher end colouring pencils such as my Faber-Castells or my Caran d'Ache luminance colouring pencils. But the Crayolas are good for fun, so I would use them to doodle, to just sit and watch TV and do some drawing, and use them as more sort of a relaxation art material rather than a serious art material. Let me know in the comments what you have used your Crayola pencils for, and what tips you could maybe give on creating a better outcome with these colouring pencils. I'm personally really happy with my drawing of sushi, but let me know in the comments what you think of this piece, or what you would do differently, or what you have found works really well for you with your Crayola colouring pencils. Overall, I have enjoyed using these Crayolas. I found them to be really inexpensive, so they're user-friendly, they are accessible to people who might not have a huge budget for art materials. This still allows people who might be on a tighter budget to access art materials and create artwork without having to spend out on higher budget, high-end materials. So I think Crayola really knocks it out the park with that one, allowing everybody to access and use art materials. Are they my favourite colouring pencil? No, but are they fun? Yes. I think if you get yourself a set, maybe use them with a lower expectation and then allow yourself to be pleasantly surprised by them. So if you have enjoyed today's video, please do give it a big thumbs up. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on one of my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.